It's David Vitosa, the Henry Vane College of Knights, reaching out to Karen Zook and the planning board at the West Lebanon, New Hampshire. We've engaged 8 separate townships for our RFP. Our plan for West Lebanon, New Hampshire is 3-phased entry of the Henry Vane College of Knights into the Tilden Seminary, where we plan to do co-occupancy and plan with the city with a co-occupancy model, looking at the city's priority of occupancy in the West Lebanon downtown area, that we can help increase the occupancy of Tilden Seminary, which was the anchor of the all of West Lebanon downtown, and really is the origin of the occupancy issue in the rest of West Lebanon downtown. Phase 2 is a expansion and re-adding of the top floor. So there was a unfortunate fire at the Tilden Seminary, of which the top floor is removed. Not everybody knows that. We took the time to notice that in our study. We think that it makes sense, to the extent that it's structurally sound, to reintroduce that top floor in expansion. Something that we look to donors, philanthropists, the local banking community, and also West Lebanon town to look at restoring Tilden to its full size. We know that actually increasing the occupancy and increasing the capacity at Tilden Seminary is what will increase the occupancy of the rest of West Lebanon, because that's where the anchor tenants have been. That's where the professional students originated. That's where all of the services in West Lebanon downtown originated, was to serve largely a professional school. And so our third plan is to really expand the institution to include 14 medical sciences, of which those can be in 2 or more buildings, without specifying exactly how many. Because we have our College of Knights organized by neurosystem. Me, I happen to be a pharmacologist, I happen to be a biochemist, I happen to be an expert in behavioral economics. And so our business plan includes an organization of the university around neurosystem, around the function of Homo sapiens, the behavioral economics of our species. And we know that'll make us more successful because the teaching is not theoretical. It's inherently professional, inherently medical in nature. And the Henry Vane College of Knights will draw on the Ken English tradition of workability first, in getting folks, work ready, professional ready, epidemiology ready, to better match our physician supply with the demand. To create a primary care network under existing physicians, so that physicians aren't, working under their license. And one of the ways we did that in other markets was a community paramedic model, of which we can provide a higher training and administration for EMTs and paramedics to reduce the 911 calls into West Lebanon, that are, health related. By studying those and training paramedics to go back into those high-frequency calls, those high-frequency locations, and provide teaching, patient education, nutrition education, to help keep our townfolk healthy. And that's part of our tradition, and something that you can experience in internships from our students. And even a student base can originate from West Lebanon. We're happy to draw locally. We're happy to work with the town locally on folks, but the third phase would include, expanding and increasing occupancy. That's largely a pedestrian group of professional students, and that helps meet the needs, because it's not people driving through West Lebanon, like you often see, where there's traffic congestion and people speeding, but rather people that plan to live here, study here, internship here, and be a part of the, the planning board's goals, help meet the planning board's goals, and also restore Tilden to its former greatness. In this case, Henry Vane. of which Henry Vane he was the 5th governor of the Massachusetts Bay Colony. He's noted by his coat of arms. I happen to be descended from him on my mother's side. I grew up middle class in the Midwest, but he has a sinister gauntlet coat of arms, which will look exceptional. As part of the local fabric of West Lebanon, and as part of the Kent English tradition that I think fits the development model and fits the goals of the Planning Commission. It fits the goals of the Planning Board. And so we know that you can join a bid for the West Lebanon College of Knights, the West Lebanon Henry Vane College of Knights, at the Tilden Seminary. We have a 3-phase model of co-occupancy, of expanding into the pre-existing top floor, and then expand with the 2nd or more building with financing locally with student base locally. And also drawing nationally and internationally in our student base. We know that our programs, because physicians, hospitals have paid for our programs, so we know they're highly marketable. We know that the problems of tomorrow include medical problem, healthcare problems, and problem solving that you see in the Kent English tradition of workability. And so we're excited to get feedback from the Planning Board. We can provide as formal a proposal as you want. We can provide a presentation on site. We think that would be a great field trip, is to go for a walk together through downtown West Lebanon and do a short presentation at the Tilden Seminary. We'd happily present at the town as well. But we think a walk and talk makes all sense in the world. Given the development goals that the town have, the aspirations that the town have are so important, and we think that bidding on Henry Vane College of Knights makes all the sense in the world. It seems to meet the goals that the town has in its plan, and me, I happen to have lived in the Upper Valley since 2013. I was recruited here by one of the physician groups in a national search, and have helped small town physician groups, small towns, for the last 10 years build a public health network and build a physician network. And so I'd be delighted to engage the Planning Commission to get feedback, and also that the town can participate with that RFP on Henry Vane College of Knights, and we'll be available by email and also by telephone.